Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You are now tuned in to The Chosen One by Ashley. For those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Conscious. For those of y'all who do know me, you already know who I am. You know I'm Conscious. You know what I'm about. Today is December 24th. It's Christmas Eve. Happy holidays in advance to all the families out there. Everybody who's going to get on this live today. And those who ain't going to be able to tune in this morning but will tune in later. Happy holidays to you and your family as well. We'll give y'all about another minute and a half to get in here like I always do, and then we're going to get started. We'll go from there. So let's take about a minute. I'm going to let y'all tune in. We're going to go from there. But today's subject is don't let your situation today, become tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. Very blessed. Right. There we go. All right. Right now, 2 minute mark. Okay. Again, good morning. Today's subject is don't let today become your tomorrow. You don't have to let today become your tomorrow. I'm going to start off before I get started and going into the subject again deep with y'all. I'm going to start off, if y'all don't mind, differently today. I'm going to start off by reading a Bible verse, and then we're going to go from there. So let's begin. The Bible verse today is James chapter 4, verses 15 through 17. Let's start. Why you do not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. It is a sin for them. Wow. That's deep right there. That's deep right there. So if you know the good that you're supposed to do and you're not doing good and you're boasting, it is a sin. So that's how we're going to start off. So let's get deep into the subject. Okay? Let's get started. Why did God give us today and tomorrow? That's a good question. Why were we given today and tomorrow? A lot of people don't know why we were given today and tomorrow. Some people, we grow up, we listen to what we hear from our parents, or we listen to what we hear from our families. We take in knowledge as we go. We go to school. However we get our knowledge, we get our knowledge that way. So we really don't acknowledge the fact that the ruler gave us today and tomorrow. We just think that's a part of day-to-day life. But God gave us today and God gave us tomorrow because he gave us a way to make decisions now, and then he gave us a way to make decisions later. He gave us a way to make decisions and go about decisions and go about life in a certain way. And then he gave us a way to also maneuver through that later and accomplish those things. That's why we were given today and tomorrow by the ruler. That's exactly why. See, a lot of people don't understand that we were given today and tomorrow so we can do things now and we can do things later. If you do everything in a day, where you get everything done in a day, just imagine having to sit there and be a cook, sitting there have to be a parent, sitting there having to turn around and have a whole nother career. It's hard enough if you're working two jobs as it is, right? It's hard enough, right? So if you were trying to get everything done in 24 hours, you were trying to be so many things in 24 hours, you would be exhausted. And God knows this. God knows that we are not machines. He knows this. He understands us because, like I said before, like I always say, God is our ruler. He is our healer. He is our king. He knows us better than anybody. So this is exactly why he made tomorrow. Because if you do a couple, it's okay for you to do a couple things in a day during this time, and then it's okay to be able to do them again later tomorrow. That is why God does what he does. That's why he made today and tomorrow. Some of y'all gonna walk with me and understand where I'm coming from, and some of y'all won't, and that's okay. I'm only doing what God asked me to do. God gave me a word this morning. I'm gonna speak it. No matter who get on here, stay on here. No matter who leaves, just know that I'm going to speak what God gave me. He gave me so much information this morning. And like I say to people every time I'm on here, I'm not a prophet, I'm not a preacher or nothing. But God gave me so much information this morning, I had to wake my wife up and tell her my head was hurting because God was giving me so much to say to y'all this morning. And while I'm taking it in, I'm sitting there holding my head like, my head hurt. But I'm like, okay, God, I got you. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to do that. So I'm on here. So if you're going to follow me or you're not, but I'm going to help somebody today for those who really want to be helped today. Like I said, that's why God gave us today and tomorrow. My opinion, not yours. Everybody's opinion is different, but I only speak what the ruler tell me to speak, okay? So I want to also talk to y'all about why is it that a lot of people are stuck in the situations of today, but they're not focused on tomorrow. A lot of y'all are stuck in the situations today. Y'all really are. Y'all not moving. Y'all not progressing. You're not even trying to figure out how to progress or try to go forward. You're just comfortable with where you're at right now. And sometimes getting comfortable is a bad thing. I wouldn't necessarily call somebody lazy because they're comfortable, but I will say that you're not trying to elevate. See, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge at all because I'm not perfect myself. I done had situations where I didn't want to progress in life, or I wasn't progressing in life, and I was standing still. When I was in the streets, that's a standstill. That's a standstill move. The streets are made to destroy you. They're not made to grow you. I was a product of my environment. I was a product of where I was and who I was. I made my own choices that was being stuck. I wasn't trying to grow. I didn't see life for better. I didn't see myself being a better person. A lot of people are stuck in today because they don't see the better in themselves. You have to see the better in your situation. You have to wanna make plans and wanna grow and wanna become a better person. Like I said before, and I've said it a couple times, some people, everybody different sometimes come in these lives. So I'm gonna tell you what I said before. From the moment that you're given life on this earth, when the king, the ruler, the healer gives you breath in your body and he allows you to come into this world, you are born into this world with a purpose. So you were not put here on this earth to be stuck at a standstill. You were not put in this world to be able to just do okay or just to be able to have to do other people's work. Meaning what I mean by other people's work, what you mean, conscious? I mean that you're not just put here just to work for another man or another woman. You're not put here to be stuck with a 9 to 5. You have a greater purpose in life. It's bigger than that. But you have to be willing to seek that, see that in yourself and do it. God has a purpose for everybody. That is why, like I said before, you gotta understand, it's troubling times right now. At some point in time, there's gonna be a war. What side you gonna be on? There's a reason why I asked that question. God put you here for a purpose because your gifts that you use are supposed to be used to help spread the greater good of God around the world. Not just in the United States, but around the world. Whatever you do, whatever you choose to do, that's bigger, that's your purpose, is going to impact somebody else and it's going to impact more people. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how you're spreading God's word. That's how you're able to do things through God. Not only that, but also at the same time, you're also put here to change lives in some type of way. You're put here to change lives. Understand that you can change lives. You have the power to do that. But you cannot stay stuck on where you're at. You cannot get comfortable. Don't be comfortable with, okay, I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm just getting by. You don't have to just get by. You can be better than that. You can travel the world if you want to try to work. You can accomplish things. You can be whatever you want to be. God gave us the power of free will to make decisions. God also made sure that when He put us here, that we had a purpose when we got here. You just got to know your purpose and seek your purpose. You got to understand the answer. And the only way that you understand that answer is if you go to God and you ask Him, what is my purpose? What do you want me to do, God? Guide my footsteps. I said it yesterday on Live with my wife. If you ask God to guide your footsteps, it's in the Bible. If you ask God for guidance in your footsteps, He will lead the way. He will forever help you to get to wherever you want to go. You just got to be willing to ask. A lot of y'all act like y'all can't even sit down for two or 3 minutes with God and ask Him. Y'all can sit there and find the time to do everything else, but you can't find 2 minutes for God. 2 minutes. It don't take nothing but 2 minutes to talk to the King. That's all it takes is 2 minutes of your day to talk to God. It doesn't take nothing more than that. It's nothing wrong with taking 2 minutes out your day. You just gotta be willing to do it. Stop making excuses. They like conscious. I don't make excuses. I just, some of y'all just look at me like I'm crazy when I get on here sometimes. But like I said, I'm just gonna tell y'all like it is. That's just me. I'm a realist. Like I said, I don't. If it impacts your feelings, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I want to help change somebody. How can you help change somebody or change somebody's life on here if you don't give them the truth? All I can do is tell y'all the truth. That's what God put in me. When God give me information, I deliver it to y'all, and that's it. You take it, and you accept it, and you go and be willing to use that to accumulate to your life, or you don't. You don't have to listen to me. It's like I don't have to be on here talking to y'all. I come on here and talk to y'all when I do for my wife because I love people. This is my way of righting my wrongs from my past, from the bad things I've done in my life. If I can help somebody else, then I'm helping myself. I'm able to live on knowing that I'm changing and helping the better people. So that's why I do what I do. Another thing I'm going to talk to y'all about is impulse. So I know y'all like, well, what are you talking about impulse? What this got to do with it? Why am I talking about impulse? Because I'm talking about impulse because this relates to why I was talking about a minute ago about being stuck. A lot of people get stuck because they make impulsive decisions in life. Yes, I said y'all make impulsive decisions in life. A lot of people make impulsive decisions in life. Impulse is an instinct, and that's an instinct that is given by the devil. I'm sorry, I'm just being real. That's an impulse. That's something that's given by the devil, because the devil puts us in situations where we make impulsive decisions, like such as somebody might look at you wrong. Some of us got attitude problems. Everybody out here, everybody in this world is different. Every human being on this earth, every last one of us is different. We all have different emotions. Some of us are able to control our emotions. Some of us are cool. Some of us are the funny type. Some of us are the angry type. We're born with an attitude problem. You know what I'm saying? And see, when the devil knows that we have anger issues, he feeds off of that. He loves it. So he puts you in situations where that anger gets released. And see, if you sit there, you make an impulsive decision, meaning a quick decision without thinking it through, you might make a decision that's gonna cost you. A lot of people make a decision and 2 seconds of that decision cost them their freedom. That decision that they made, that was 2 seconds, cost them their freedom. 2 seconds cost them 30 years in prison. 2 seconds cost them to lose their life. All because of impulse. Because the devil put it there as a distraction. You gotta stop making impulsive decisions. This is why it's important to put God first. When I come on here, I try to talk to y'all about real life, but I also make sure that I keep God as the center of it because God plays a big part in life, period. He played a big part in making me a better man. I'm not perfect. I'm still growing. But I'm a better man because of him. Y'all have to be careful with impulsive decisions. I'm telling you, this is why it's important to keep God first as the center of your life and the center of your heart. Because when it come down time that you're in a situation like that, or you're in a situation, period, that can impact your life and change your life in them 2 seconds. If you have God in your heart, God is able to tell you walk away. God is able to put that shield around you so that you don't act off of impulse. Then not only that, not even talk about in a bad way. Some of y'all make impulsive decisions in regular life. Y'all be at work making impulsive decisions. Y'all be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna go and hurry up and file this paperwork. You know that you were supposed to take your time with that paperwork, but that impulsive decision, that little voice in your head telling you, hurry up and file the paperwork. You can get off at 3. Why wait till get off at why wait up you get off at 3:45 or 4 o'clock? You can get off at 3. Get on out of here. You got things to do, you know. That's impulsive decision. Now you done went and hurried up through that paperwork and you didn't even file it right. Then you come back into work, now you got a problem with your boss. Impulsive decisions that messed you up that fast, boom. Or you had something going on with your family. You know that you know that the decision that you're going to make can impact the way that you bonding with your family, impact the way that things are going to change in your family. You have the power to make a decision that can better your family. Somebody said, hey, how you doing, Samari? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. I appreciate you. But you have the power to do that. But you know, you sitting there, you making an impulsive decision. You so quick to make a decision off an angle. You so quick to make a decision just based on confusion. And then when you do that, looking down, you got problems with your family. You didn't think it through. You knew that couple of words you was about to say in that family meeting could have helped better the situation with you and your family. But you were so quick to write off impulse. They might have said something to you. But they might have said something to you that might have triggered you. And instead of you thinking it through and thinking like, hold up, even though they said that, I'm still gonna think about how I approach this situation, approach these words. You just quickly say, I feel this type of way. Impulsive decisions. So like I said, impulse is something that's given by the devil. And it's a bad thing if you don't have control over it. This is why it's important to ask God for guidance and keep God at the center of your heart. Keep God first. Always make sure that you have him there to guide you, because God can protect you from making bad decisions. Stop making impulsive decisions. Stop making bad decisions. I don't care what part of life that applies to. Some of y'all got family members that's locked up right now. You know, to all y'all family members who's locked up right now, you know, free your family members. I'm sorry they can't be with y'all today. To all y'all that have family members that's serving in the army right now that can't be with y'all these hard days, I'm sorry I can't be with y'all these hard days, but I'm going to say it for them. Happy hard days to your family as well. I sympathize for y'all. I sympathize for myself because I got family members who locked up. I got family members in the army as well, you know. But like I said, in the end of the day, you know, impulsive decisions can change a lot of things in your life. It could change things about who you are as a person. It could change how you are with your family. It could change your work situation. It could change your career. It could change anything else. It could change how your credit gonna be. You never know. But if you out here and you sitting there and you acting off impulse, imagine what's gonna happen in the end. Hear me out when I say that. I'm not telling y'all nothing wrong. Like I said, this is just what God gave me this morning. That's it. I can only do what God tell me to do. When he say you're done speaking, son, that's it. I'm off of here. That's it. I'm only doing God's work. I'm only doing what he want me to do. Also, something else I want to talk to y'all about. I want to talk to y'all about day and night. I want to talk to y'all about that. And comparing day and night. So look, okay, why is day and night created? I talked to y'all earlier about why God gave us today and tomorrow, but why was day and night created? Well, let's see here. I'm gonna talk to y'all from a regular standpoint. Day and night was created, of course, because you gotta have some type of light to make it through the day, right? And then night was created so that you could be able to have this time of day, right? But at the same time, from a spiritual standpoint, when I'm talking to y'all from a spiritual standpoint, I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion about why day and night was created by God. Day and night was created because of the simple fact that it was created to be able to give us a balance, be able to give us a balance in life. Okay, that is why day and night was created. That's my opinion. If you Day and night was created because In the end of the day, we all have darkness in us. Somebody has a side. Everybody has a side of darkness. Everybody have a dark side. I don't care who you are. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all have a dark side, but we all at the same time have a good side. We all have a bright side. This is where day and night come into play at. Okay? You gotta know how to separate the light from the darkness. I'm not talking about when you walk outside, you see the clouds look dark, or the cloud, or you see that the sun is fading away, or that you see the sun is out bright, and it's like, wow, is this the time of day when I'm supposed to be this way and that? And that? No, what I mean, I'm talking from a spiritual standpoint to y'all. You have to know how to separate the darkness from the light. That's where day and night come into play at. Okay? Now, another reason why God created day and night is because at the same time, the world was dark at one point, and I mean completely dark. I'm talking about it was so dark that we didn't even have the light that I have behind me right now. Okay, you couldn't see nothing. It was like you was just like this. You was just walking like this with your eyes closed. That's how it was. But God gave us the gift of light so we can be able to see. I'm gonna say that again. God gave us the gift of life, the gift to be able to see. That's exactly why He brought brightness in, so we can be able to see. That's how much God loves people. He makes a way for us at all times. If God did not give us brightness, if He didn't give us light, would we be able to see? Would you know who your spouse is when you're laying next to your spouse? Would you be able to go outside and do the things that you do? Would you be able to move how you move if God did not give you light? If He didn't put brightness out here? No, you wouldn't. You would be stuck. Nobody would know anything. We wouldn't even know who we are running into each other. You wouldn't even know nothing. We just be walking through, just trying to find our way. It's like playing Marco Polo. Marco Polo, you know how the game was. You know how the game was growing up. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being real. That's facts. If he only left night, that's exactly how the world would be. That's exactly why he brought brightness in, and that created day. But like I said, it also comes from a spiritual standpoint. You gotta understand that there's something spiritual that comes with day and night. It's about balance. That's exactly why there's day and night. It has something to do with balance. You gotta know how to balance the two. You can't always think that you can have darkness and be a dark person and that you're not supposed to have some type of good. No, you need to focus more on the good than the bad. God wants you to do good, but God also knows that you're going to make mistakes along the way. He knows you're going to make mistakes as you're going through life. He knows that you're not perfect. He understands that you're going to sin along the way. He knows that as you're trying to accomplish things, that you're going to have bumps in the road. God knows this. God knows that along the way, you trying to become a better person, you're going to step into this darkness. You're going to step over here. God understands that. He knows that. But at the same time, God is a loving God. He is a caring God. He's a forgiving God. And that's exactly why He left the brightness. Yes, I'm talking to y'all from a spiritual standpoint when I say that. That's exactly why He left the brightness. See, a lot of people never thought about that before. A lot of people don't even think about that in life. But like I said, God spoke to me this morning and gave me this information so much that my head was hurting when I had to talk to my wife this morning. And I told her, she the one who calmed me down because God was giving me so much information. Now, to those who just tune in, I said it earlier, God was giving me so much information. I was holding my head like this and it was hurting so bad. I almost wanted to break down. But I'm a soldier. I never break down. God never give me more than I can handle. But I told my wife, like, my head hurts so bad. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Because I was getting angry. I was sitting there just holding my head and moving around. My wife was like, what's wrong? I'm like, God is giving me so much to say at once. And I was like, I don't even know why God keep giving me information. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I don't do what you do. But I don't question God neither. When God say go do something, I do it. I say, okay, God, you got it. That's what you want me to do. I'm going to do it. That's why I'm on this live talking to y'all right now. Like I said, God knows you're going to make mistakes. He knows that along the way, you're trying to be great or you're trying to be better, you're going to cross over and maneuver towards the darkness. That's just a part of how life goes. We all make mistakes. Like I said, you can't be successful without having bumps in the road. But at the same time, while you making mistakes as you're going about life, and you're going over here and you're stepping into this dark area, that's why God put the brightness over here. That's what the sunshine is for. You don't have to stay stuck in the darkness. It's about balance. It's about staying right here in the middle. It's about leveling. If you walk over into the darkness, let me just tell y'all, if you walk over into the darkness, this is a balance beam right here. We're going to use this. We're going to use my hands as a balance beam. If you're walking over into the darkness, you're tipping like this. This is going into the darkness. Boom. Okay, we're tipping. We're tipping. We're tipping. But see, because you got God in your heart and you have him as the center and you have him as the ruler and the king, and because you trust God to guide your footsteps, okay, yeah, you stepping into darkness. But see, God is trying to lift the balance beam back up. He's like, He's giving you the weight that you need to be able to balance yourself back over here into the light so that you can focus and do the things that you need to do and be able to be what you need to be. See, I'm talking, I'm getting so deep with it. I'm speaking to y'all, so deeply that even right now as we speak, I'm getting dehydrated. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Y'all know y'all be seeing me with the coat on sometimes. Let me tell y'all something. My wife, the way her body is, sometimes the temperatures, it get cold in here. Sometimes it has to be cold in here so that my wife can be able to breathe properly. So sometimes I keep a coat on and stuff like that. It gets hot, so that's why y'all see me with the coat on. But I'm talking to y'all so much right now that even as it's cold in this house, I'm getting dehydrated, but I don't mind it. I'm gonna speak. The devil can't stop me. He could try to dehydrate me. He could try to do whatever and try to get in the way of God's word. But God said, speak, son, and I'm gonna speak. And God gonna give me the tools that I need to continue to speak and step on the devil. I'm gonna stomp on him today. I'm gonna box with him back to back. I don't care. Christmas Eve and all, I'm gonna continue to box with the devil, continue to rock out with y'all. It doesn't even matter. Give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Let me get a bottle of water. But I'm gonna continue to talk. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Appreciate y'all who's been patient. Still on this live, and to those who ain't, you know what to do. You can tune in later, whatever. As long as somebody received this word today, you take this word. See, the devil keep trying to mess with me, trying to cut my oxygen short. The devil trying to do everything to get me not to get this word out, y'all. I'm telling you, like real live, like he trying to play with me, But it's all good. It's all good. I'm still gonna talk. I don't care if I run out of breath, care if my lungs try to give up on me. I don't care. God giving me strength to get it out. So, like I said, I appreciate those who's tuning in. If you leaving off this live, you know what to do. Tune in later. As long as somebody received this word, that's all I care about. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about it being 10, 20 people. I don't need 10 or 20 people coming here. I'm more concerned about the one person who really want to hear it, that I can touch, that's really going to take this word, use that to try to help somebody else. That's what I'm on about. That's how I right my wrongs, helping somebody to help somebody else. That's what it's about. So for some of those of y'all who tuned in now, but didn't tune in earlier, I had a Bible verse that I read, and I'm gonna read it again for those of y'all who just now tuning in now. It comes from James chapter 4, verses 15 through 17. Y'all make sure y'all go read James. It says, why do not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this, or we will do that. As it is, you boast in arrogant schemes. All boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good that they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. So what this is basically saying here is, let me break it down to y'all for some of those who might not, who don't read the Bible. Everybody don't read the Bible. Sometimes the Bible is confusing for people, but I'm here to break it down to y'all from how I received that word. If you know you're destined to do something good, and you know what your purpose is, and you know that you're powerful, but you're not using your talents that you were given. You're not using the gift that God gave you. Like I said, everybody put here for a purpose. You're not using that purpose to try to do the greater good of God. You're focused on everything else except for the purpose that's bigger than you. Then what you're doing is spreading more and more evil. You're not changing the world. You're not making a better place. You're making it a worse place. Because when you do things When it comes down to your talents that God gave you, when you do things, when it comes down to what God wants you to do, you are supposed to do it for a purpose that's bigger than yourself. So that is exactly what that is saying right there. Make sure that you're doing things that is bigger than yourself. Understand this. Let me talk to y'all. And I'm not God, you just talking through me right now. I'm just getting into it with y'all. Now God's telling me to take another avenue. He's telling me to just talk to y'all from a regular standpoint. Say, hey son, you just said enough about the spiritual. Get into it with him about the regular. So that's what I'm about to do. Listen, let me tell y'all some real stuff. I'm a realist. Some of y'all don't understand. This is why I picked the subject. Because I want y'all to understand. Your situation today does not have to be your situation tomorrow. Some of y'all are allowing y'all situation today to be y'all situation, not even just tomorrow, but be y'all situation forever. Y'all so stuck in one place that y'all willing to just live y'all life just that way. Y'all willing to make something permanent if it gotta be permanent. You're not even thinking about what's next. It don't have to be that way. If you're going through something right now and you're hurting, you don't have to be hurting tomorrow. Some of y'all too egotistic to go out here and get help. Some of y'all too egotistic to talk to God. Like I said, it don't take nothing but 2 minutes out your day. 2 minutes to talk to the King. That's it. 2 minutes. It don't take nothing but 2 minutes. You got time to do everything else out here, but you don't have 2 minutes to talk to God. That's where you're messing up at. And how can you become a better person, get stuck, get out of that depressive stage if you're not talking to God or you're not trying to do things to be able to get out of that depressive stage? That's one reason why you're stuck. Another thing, if you have goals and you're trying to accomplish things, you do not have to be stuck still trying to plan your goals out and accomplish them. Tomorrow, your goals can be a reality. Tomorrow, what you sat there and you wanted to do, all the things that you wrote down on paper, all these years of planning, it can happen tomorrow. Not next, not we're going into 2024, so I can't just sit there and make it seem like, oh, it's gonna happen before 2024, because we already at the end of the year. But 2024 can be your year. It don't have to be 2026, 2027. Like I said, your situation today, again, does not have to be tomorrow. That doesn't have to be your tomorrow. It could be 2024 is your year to accomplish and be successful and take over. If you want better, if the thing that you want is better for your family, you got a situation going on at home. I'm speaking to the men and the women, the husbands. You having problems with your wife, but you love your family so much and want better for your family. That doesn't have to be your situation tomorrow. It doesn't have to be. Talk to God. Ask for guidance. Ask for help. Stop trying to be all muscular. Cause see, I'm a man, so I can speak to the man. I can relate because I am a man. Some of us, we're egotistic. We tend to try to be so macho. We got muscles and everything, so we always want to be macho about how we approach a situation. We'll sit there and look at it like, oh, everything all good. I got it. I don't need no help. I got it. We always try to be the person to solve the problem. No. If you having problems in your marriage or you wanting better for your family, you wanting to sit there and help your family grow, you want to bring your family back together, talk to God. Talk to God. If you can't talk to God, talk to somebody that you trust that can help. But the point I'm trying to make to you is don't allow your situation today to be your tomorrow. Stop sitting and thinking you got it. Because obviously you thought you had it for a minute. And then everything in your situation, in your relationship, in your marriage is sinking. Ladies, I'm going to talk to y'all too. I can't 100% speak for y'all because I'm not a woman, I'm a man. But what I can tell you is if your situation is similar, just the card is reversed, there's nothing wrong with doing something similar. Getting help from somebody you know or talking to God. That's all I can tell you, ladies, because like I said, I'm a man. I can't really speak for the women because I don't know how y'all emotions are and everything. My wife know more about that. But you have to be willing to know that that does not have to be your tomorrow. You can better your family. You can be better. If you have a situation at work, okay, that situation at work does not have to be your tomorrow. Y'all so stuck on how much money y'all making and how much you getting paid at work. Y'all not even willing to go out here and look for another job. Y'all be like, oh, I just put up with it because that's my boss and I'm making good, I'm making money and doing da 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 da. But while you're making money, where's your mental at? You're so worried about ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching that you're not worried about the mental. Did you forget how God made you? Did you forget that you're better than that? God did not make us to be focused on money. Yes, we need money to survive. I get it. Don't look at me like, Conscious, what you mean? I gotta pay my bills. I get it. I can relate. Come on, I got bills to pay too. I'm paying bills. Look at me. The lights are on. I'm paying bills just like y'all. But at the same time, though, understand that money is something that was put here and you that the devil controls. That's the devil. That's why people doing so much crazy stuff for it. You don't have to be stuck on the money. You can find another job and make just as good as money. Don't get stuck on, oh, I'm making good money here and da 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 da. No, that does not have to be your situation tomorrow. You can go and find another job and go out here and make just as good of money. Or like I said, you can set goals while you're at that job and try to use the job, as a stepping stone to get to the next level. So that you can accomplish your goals and you don't have to work a job no more. You can do the greater good of God and also make money while you're doing it to spread that money to do better for God. It's up to you. Your situation today does not have to be your situation tomorrow. A lot of y'all, I'm gonna speak to the parents as well. I'm gonna speak to the parents. Probably everybody on here is probably a parent. Every person that's on this live right now is probably a parent. If you're not a parent, I'm gonna speak to you too. If you plan on having children, say yes. I work at Walmart and my mental health is so damaged. I get it. I feel you. I done been there before. When I got out the streets, Lanya Williams, I'm gonna talk to you real quick before I get back on topic. I feel you. When I was in those streets and I got out them streets, I started to work a 9 to 5, try to figure out what a 9 to 5 was at some point. You know what I'm saying? And when I did, I was not happy with what I was receiving. I was ready to go back, get back to the money, get back to doing crimes. So I feel you. Like the thing about work is that I try to tell some people when I talk to some of my boys who work 9 to 5s and stuff like that. The thing about a 9 to 5 is your boss don't care about you. I'm gonna talk to all y'all on this live who got a 9 to 5. The boss do not care about y'all, okay? Because here's the thing. You can die today or tomorrow working for them. You can pass out at your job and completely collapse and never open your eyes again. They're going to find somebody to replace you. They're going to find somebody to replace you. They're not going to pay for your funeral, okay? They're not going to sit there and sit by your family while they cry tears. They're not going to sit there and try to uplift you. They're not going to sit there and try to help you. They're not going to try to do any of that. They're going to move on and find somebody else to be in your place. As you're working your 9 to 5s, yes, I'm talking to y'all on this live. I don't care what your 9 to 5 is. I don't care if you work for the government. I don't care how big your job is. As you're working your 9 to 5, you're missing out on time with your family. That's why a lot of y'all, excuse me for sniffing, y'all. I told you it's kind of cold in here a little bit. But that's why a lot of y'all have problems in y'all marriage. Some of y'all have problems in your marriage because you got no time for your spouse. Think about it. This is just God speaking through me right now. I'm just talking to y'all. I'm not sitting here trying to pick and choose or do none of that. I didn't get this out of book or nothing. God is giving me the engine. I'm just running with it. Some of y'all are having problems in your marriage right now with your spouse. You sitting there on the phone, you watching me on live right now. Your spouse is probably right there laid next to you right now, sleeping. And you just sitting there, you just thinking like, man, I just hope that when he wake up this morning, he don't start arguing with me. Or men, some of y'all on this live watching me right now, you thinking, hey, I hope later on me and my wife don't get into it. Some of y'all having problems in y'all marriage because you're putting work first. I see people leaving off this live. I see it. I'm watching. I see you, devil. I see what you're doing. Somebody don't like what I'm saying. But all I'm doing is telling y'all the truth. I wouldn't be a caring person if I tell you the truth. I wouldn't be doing God's work if I didn't tell you what God told me to tell y'all. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to help people here. A lot of y'all got to understand. Choose your mental health first. Mental health is very important. Very, very, very important. You have to understand. You cannot sit there and put the job before your mental health. Do not put the almighty dollar before your mental health. There's other ways to make money. There's a million ways out here to get money. I'm telling you. And you don't have to be out here doing negative stuff. Women don't have to be selling your bodies. Don't have to have OnlyFans. You don't have to be doing all this crazy stuff that they make it seem like you gotta do to make money or on the street, whatever. Men, you don't have to be out here hustling and selling drugs. You don't have to be out here, doing scheming and all that stuff to make money. There's a million ways to make money positively where you can still have time for your family and have time for your mental health. You just gotta be willing to figure it out. If you cannot figure it out, I'm gonna go back to this again. If you cannot figure it out, talk to God. It don't take nothing but 2 minutes. Talk to God. Put him at the center of your foundation. It don't take nothing but 2 minutes out your day to do that. That's all you have to do. Because at the end of the day, God will not give you more than you can handle. God will never misstep you. If you ask for guidance to be whatever you want to be, and you stay locked in with God, and you continue to stay locked in with God. I'm not just talking about talk to him that one time. You have to stay locked in with him while you're planning out your steps. I guarantee you that you will achieve whatever it is that you are going to achieve. Just trust him and he's going to do the rest. That's it. I don't have a spouse right now. I'm broken and God is restoring me. That's okay if you don't have a spouse. Work on yourself first. Because like I said yesterday, I was on live yesterday to some of y'all who tuning in now, just now tuning in. Some of y'all didn't get to see the live yesterday or whatnot, probably just now hearing about it. But yesterday when I was on live with my wife, I spoke about this, and so did my wife. Work on yourself. Sometimes, we go through problems. A lot of people grow up, they scarred, they bruised, they done been through things, had their heart broken, all kind of stuff. They try to sit there and they jump into relationships with people they jump into, trying to find love or trying to replace this person or trying to forever find that one person who broke their heart or that they thought was their soulmate. And that is why they cannot find happiness. Work on yourself first. Prioritize yourself first, because the thing about it is, this is very important when I'm talking to y'all and I'm saying this, because I'm very careful about what I say and how I say it. You cannot love anybody else if you do not love yourself. You cannot. You can't love anybody else in a relationship if you don't love yourself. Because all you're going to do is find the good person and drag them down. Then then you done drag somebody else down. Now they're the same way that you was. And they're going to treat the next person that way. You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself first. Now, I'm not just talking about in a relationship or anything. I'm talking about even with family. I'm talking about with your own children. How can you love your children? How can you love your family? How can you love anybody if you don't love yourself? You might be there for your children, but the love that they really need, you cannot give it to them because you don't have love in your own heart. You can't give anything that you don't have. That's facts. I'm just being real with you. Oh yes, I'm okay with being single. That's good. That's good. That's good. You know what's best for yourself. And then that's another thing. A lot of people always trying to do what they think. Some people scared of being alone. It's okay to be alone. You don't have to be with somebody to be happy. Happiness comes from within. Like I said earlier, God gave us the power of free will. Okay? We're not stuck. You don't have to be stuck. God gave you the power to choose to love or choose not to love. If that was the case, then we would all have to love somebody. Okay? But God gave us the power of free will. He gave us the heart. That's why we're able to love. Okay? You don't have to be stuck. It's okay to be able to be on your own. God understands. He gets it. He knows. Nothing wrong. Some of y'all just, get with somebody just to have somebody to lay under. Just so you can sit there and say, oh, I ain't gotta worry about being alone at night. I ain't gotta worry about this. Or some of y'all get that urge, that scratching out. You want to scratch it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself first. I'm just gonna say that, okay? I'm just gonna let y'all know that. It's not wrong with loving yourself first at all. Self-love is the best love. I don't care what nobody says. At one point in time, I didn't love myself. I'm gonna be real with y'all. One point in time, I didn't love life. I didn't love myself. I didn't love anything. I just was heartless. I was ruthless. I didn't care about nothing. I was out here doing what I was doing. I was moving how I was moving. I was doing whatever in those streets to get by. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about who I hurt when I was in the streets. I was ready to damage whoever, whenever, when it was time to move, because I didn't have no care in my heart myself. I was lost. There's a lot of lost souls out here. I'm just being honest. There's a lot of lost souls out here. A lot of people are lost in this world. They don't know where they're going. They don't know if they headed north. They don't know if they headed south, east, or west. They on a compass and don't. They standing on the compass. The compass is pointing in the right direction, but they can't see it because they're lost. They're not even able to look. Letitia, bless life with daily blessings. Hey, Letitia, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Letitia always seems to tune in. We love Letitia. We love Letitia. We love all y'all. Everybody gets on these lives every day. That comes into these lives. I see y'all names pop up. So some of y'all that I be seeing pop up, some of y'all familiar to me because I had to take a water break. The devil be trying to mess with me. He don't want me to talk to y'all. But some of y'all that get on these lives, you know, when I'm not around or whatnot, you see my wife be talking to y'all. When I'm not here with my wife or I'm not able to be around my wife at the moment, I always tune into what she do. I always tune into her live. So I see y'all names pop up. I know who support us. I know who come on here on a daily to get the word, you know, and we appreciate all of y'all. To those who only can come on here sometimes or can't come on here all the time, I still know y'all names. I love all of y'all. We appreciate the support. We appreciate what y'all do. Happy holidays to everybody that's on here. Happy holidays to your family. So everybody who have a family member that's locked up, I say it again because like I said, I take this very serious when I say this because I come from the streets in the background, so I can sympathize with it. I take this very serious. To all y'all who have families right now that's locked up, that can't be with y'all tomorrow on Christmas, or to be able to that can't be with y'all tomorrow to be able to bring the holiday in. I'm sending love to your families that's locked up. To those of y'all who have families that's in the army right now serving the country, I appreciate your families. If nobody else is going to say thank you for this service, I'm going to say thank you for this service because I know it's not easy to do that. I know it's not easy to be away from your family. Even when I was in the streets, it wasn't easy for me to be out there for the couple hours I was on them blocks. So I appreciate the service that your family members is giving for this country. If nobody else gonna say it, the president or whoever ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I appreciate their service. Happy holidays to your family. If you have a family member right now in the hospital, I've been there. I done missed holidays with my families. You know what I'm saying? I done missed holidays with my family. I done been in the hospital bed and wasn't here for Thanksgiving, wasn't here for Christmas. So I can sympathize with y'all and understand that. So your family members who's in the hospital right now sick, whether they coming out in a month, whether they coming out in a week, whether they coming out in a year, whatever God has in store for them, God will heal them. They will be healed in Jesus' name. I said they will be healed. I'm speaking to y'all through what God putting in my spirit. They will be healed. Trust God and watch what He will do for you. God always has a bigger purpose for everybody. Don't question God. Don't never question God. But just understand, I sympathize with y'all. So do y'all have family members in the hospital right now, can't be with y'all tomorrow? I'm sending love to your family members right now that's in that hospital because I've been there and I know how that feels. To anybody who have a family member that you cannot get along with and you miss your family member daily, but your family member might be too egotistic to talk to you and you done try reaching out, or y'all not getting along, but you wish that they could be with you on the holidays, happy holidays to your family member. I sympathize with y'all and I understand. I get it. I've been there and done that too. I've been through that too. Still going through it right now with some of mine. But I'm sending love to all your family members. Anybody who can't, whatever the situation is, I don't care what the situation is or why your family member ain't with you today. It don't matter what the situation is. What I'm telling you is I stand with every last one of y'all on this live right now. I stand with y'all. I'm going to stand up with y'all right now. I stand with y'all. I'm sending love to your family members, okay? I'm with y'all on it. Y'all going through it, I'm going through it with y'all. I love y'all, and I understand. I get it. Happy holidays to your family. Not just happy holidays to your family, but happy holidays to you as well. You deserve to be happy. Do not go through tomorrow with your children and try to put on that fake smile for your children just because you want them to be happy. To those of y'all who have younger kids, that is, don't try to do that. To those of y'all that have grandkids, don't try to do that. No, go into tomorrow with a smile on your face because you feel it in your spirit that you're going to be happy today. You choose happiness today. Don't choose it tomorrow. Like I said before, don't make your situation today your situation tomorrow. Choose happiness now. Go into them holidays with your children, your grandchildren, with a smile on your face. Be happy about it. Don't stay stuck. You don't have to stay stuck. That's a choice. Don't let the devil mess with your head. Don't let him fill your head up. No, be happy. Go into tomorrow and enjoy your holidays with your family. Go into tomorrow and be happy. Choose happiness for yourself, because when the holidays is over, you still gotta get back to real life. You gotta go back to that job. You gotta go back to doing everything that you was doing before. In order for you to be able to continue in life, in order to be able to have better in life, you have to choose happiness. That's where mental health come into play. So those of y'all who just now tuning into the live, some of y'all just now tuning in, I talked about mental health as well. Mental health is very important. You have to be able to choose your mental health. Make sure that your mental health is intact. Make sure that you're happy. Because if you're not happy, then what is life? What is life if you're not happy? Let me tell you something. I say this all the time. You only get one life. There is no redos. Why you want to live your life misery? Why? You want the rest of your life to be miserable? I know I don't. I done spent enough life. I done spent enough of my life doing the devil work. I done spent enough of my life being in pain. I done spent enough of my life going through the drama. I done spent enough of my life in the hospital beds. I done spent enough of my life doing so many different things other than being happy and choosing happiness. I just not too long ago just started smiling. Just started smiling more. My wife had to get I remember when we first got married, she'd be like, when we first took our first picture, she's like, smile. I wouldn't even smile. For the longest, as long as my wife known me, I wasn't a smiler. Cause I was like, what's there to smile about? I'm not happy. Why would I smile? I'm not even in a good place in my life right now. What you want me to smile about? What am I supposed to pretend? Cause I had so much pain in my heart, I couldn't smile. But now I'm in a better place. God made that happen for me. See what happens when you put God first? You can be better. I choose to be happy. So I'm just now starting to smile. Life is too short not to smile. Life is too short not to laugh. Life is too short not to be happy and to be able to do the things that you want to do. This is what I mean by when I say go out and set goals, accomplish them. Your today does not have to be tomorrow. Life is too short for you not to accomplish the goals in life that you want to accomplish. Come on now. Y'all seeing it every day. Y'all losing people just like I'm losing people out here. I done lost almost 7 people in a couple of weeks. Let me tell you, I got shoe boxes full of obituaries from homies that I done buried. That I done sat there and seen them with their eyes closed and I'm still not the same mentally because of that. I buried friends, I buried family members, all kind of stuff. And that's the state don't even look the same when I see them. Not that same laugh I remember, not on their face. That smile ain't on their face. They just look lifeless laying there. Come on now. Y'all done lost family members old and young. Y'all still losing family members, friends, all kind of stuff. So that should tell y'all right now, we are in trying times. Life is short right now. Tomorrow is not promised. Life is way too short for you not to get out here and do what you want to do in life. If you have a goal, if you have something you want to be, something you always wanted to be, but you never got to be it, don't allow that to be your situation tomorrow, because you don't know when your time is up here on earth. You don't know when God gonna say, okay, it's time, come home with me. You don't know when he gonna call you. Only he know when your time is up. They talking about they making this technology, this AI technology. I seen a little article, right, where it was talking about how they're making these AI technology robots or something on an AI technology phone that they're coming up with, supposed to come out in about a year or two, can tell you when your death date is. No, it can't. No, it can't. Who is they to tell me when my death date is? Who is they to tell you when your death date is? Who is they to tell you when God gonna call you home? Only God knows when your time is up. He created you. From the moment you got put on this earth, from the moment you sat there and took your first breath, only God knew exactly how long you were going to be here and why you were put here for. That's why it's important to serve your purpose. Because if you're serving your purpose through him, he's going to make sure that you continue to be here to serve out your purpose. But if you're just wasting life and you're sitting around in pain, God's going to call you home at some point. I'm sorry, I'm just being real with y'all. It's the truth. I'm just being facts. I'm telling you what God is telling me right now. I will never spread or I will never give no false information. I will never mislead y'all. God put you here for a purpose. You wonder why you have a family member who's just about your age, or somebody you know just about your age, who's no longer here. Imagine what they were doing. Look at what they were doing before. If you know the details of what they were doing, they were probably doing things they ain't had no business. Might have passed away from random health condition out of nowhere. You could be like, wow, they was just so healthy. What happened? Boom. There's reasons for everything. But why are you still here? Ask yourself that. Why are you still here? It's because God has a purpose for you to serve. He has a purpose for you. He has something for you to accomplish that's for the greater good. Don't wait until later. Don't keep sitting around and sitting on it. Start today. Make that your goal today. Change the situation of what you got going on today so that tomorrow can be better for yourself. So that tomorrow can be better for somebody else. Because like I said, when I read these scriptures to y'all, when I talk to y'all sometimes, if you're going to go and serve a purpose, if you're born, if you know what your purpose is and you're destined to do something great, when you do something great, if you're doing it, but you know what you're supposed to be doing, but instead of you doing that for the greater good of God, and while you're doing it, it's not for the greater God, or you're doing it for the money and all that stuff, then you're doing the devil's work. And as fast as God giveth, he will take it away. And if he doesn't take it away, you're going to suffer. You're going to sit there and you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, I became a millionaire overnight. It's amazing. It's a blessing. Boom, boom. Next thing you know, as fast as you became a millionaire, you're going to become broke. Why? Because you didn't take that money and do what you're supposed to do with it. You're supposed to have been doing for the greater God. You're supposed to have been doing for the greater purpose of God. But you was taking that money, you was splurging on cars, houses, jewelry, all this nonsense that don't even matter. You can't, let me tell you something. You can't take that jewelry with you when you leave. That's just the item. When you go on with the creator, the healer, the ruler, he not going to care about how many chains you wore. When you go on with the healer creator, he not going to care about that big old house that you left behind. When you go on with the healer and the creator, he ain't going to care nothing about them cars that you purchased. All them things that you wasting money on, he ain't going to care about nothing. The first thing he going to ask you when you get in them gates, what did you do with the talents that I gave you? That's what he going to care about. What did you do with the purpose that I put you here for? That's what he going to be focused on. He ain't going to care nothing. He ain't going to care nothing. If you sit there and say, well, I sat there and I bought a house, I bought a car, I did this car, I did this. He ain't going to want to hear that. He not going to be happy with that. He not. Choose eternal life. Stop focusing on what's temporary. Our time here on this earth is not permanent. Our time here on this earth is temporary. If we could live forever, we would live forever. But unfortunately, we don't get to live forever. Our time on this earth is temporary. Choose eternal life. Because when you go on with God, when you leave this earth, that's permanent right there. You get to go be with the ruler. You get to go be at peace. No more pain, no more hurting, no more worries. No more anything that's negative. You get to go on and be with God, go up there and help somebody else. You might come back as an angel. You might be up there with God doing his work up there. Whatever the case may be, God will make a way for you in eternal life. He has a place for you. Choose eternal life. Don't focus on what's temporary right now. That's why it's important to do his work so that when you get there and he asks you, what did you, because I say this a lot. Those who know me on this live, you know I say this a lot. He's going to ask you, what did you do with them talents I gave you? And when he asks you that, you're able to tell him so he can let you in them gates and you can be with him for eternal life. That's why it's important to choose it now while you're in a temporary situation here on earth, okay? Love life. Appreciate life. Do the best you can. Everybody don't have $1 million to start a business. But as long as you got a plan, you can go out here and get a business. If you got a plan, you come up with a solid plan, keep if your credit messed up, get your credit straight first. You can get your credit straight. It might take a year, but you can get it straight. Get your credit straight first. Then go to a bank and take out a loan. If you got a solid business plan, you can start that business that I told you about. That's going to change the world. Clothing company, whatever the case may be, I don't care what your talent is, but you can start that business. You might not have $1 million to do it, but the bank can give you that loan if you got a solid business plan laid out with a blueprint for them when you go into that office. They'll put that money behind it. And before you know it, you can pay them back their money, and guess what? You're doing the greater good of God. You're taking the money that you make, you done pay the bank off, now you make even more money. You ever take that money and make more companies that employ more people? A lot of people out here have a hard time getting jobs. You might be able to be with somebody that can put them in a situation where they don't need degrees to do the things as long as they got the skills. That's blessing somebody because now they're able to feed their family. You're a blessing to others. You're helping things to grow. And not only while you're doing that, you're also using your purpose to sit there and serve out God's purpose. So like I said, when you get on the other side, when God calls you home, because we all have a clock. I'm gonna tell you, just like I tell you on any other live when I'm on here, the clock ticks like this. Tick, tick, tick. It's just like when you used to be in school or you was in college or you was in elementary, whatever the case may be, you had a clock up on the wall. There was always that clock on the wall. You could always hear it ticking, tick, 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 tick. Clocks like that back in the day, they ran off of batteries, okay? But every clock that got a battery stops ticking at some point. The battery runs low. What you gonna do when your battery run low? When your clock stop ticking? That's what you need to ask yourself. What am I gonna do when my time comes? Where am I gonna be when my time comes? That's what you need to ask yourself right now. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait. Don't stay stuck. Don't keep making excuses. Don't make your situation that you have today your situation tomorrow. Choose change now. Take the talents that you had and use them now. Live your life now. If you ain't living life and you just stuck in one place and you just so confident with having your life this way and doing these different things, you ain't never took a vacation for yourself, you ain't never did nothing. Don't make that your tomorrow. Go and take that vacation to the Bahamas if that's where you want to go. If you wanna go out into a whole nother country, no matter if you're going to Italy or wherever, go take that vacation now. Life ain't promised tomorrow. Make the best out of today. Go and take that vacation. Sometimes you gotta get away. That's the problem. Too many people are too stuck in one spot. In America right now, y'all so stuck with what we got going on here, the food, the way life is, and all that. I'm sorry. Ghetto Flower said good morning. Good morning, Ghetto Flower. Y'all so stuck on that y'all just think that this is content. This is the way of living. No, there's so much more going on in the world than y'all think. There's people out here that will shock you. There's real live people out here who are hungry right now. I even preach this to my own children. I don't play around. I'm serious about life. I tell my own children, my kids be like, I might cook something for dinner. They might be like, I don't want that. I didn't want to eat that. Or they might have ate it and said, well, I don't want to. I tell them, I say, well, do you know there's somebody out here who wish they had bread? Well, there's kids out here who don't even have a slice of bread out here in these countries. That will appreciate a stranger walking down the street and saying, hey, do you want a piece of bread? They would love that. Young children, we're talking about kids, babies. Yes, facts. This is why sometimes it's important for people to travel. Because if you get out there and you travel around the world, you learn so much more about things and situations and about yourself as a person. Sometimes traveling is the way that you find peace. Because if you go somewhere else, you can clear your mind. You don't have the distractions that you got that's keeping you stuck right now. If you can travel, travel. I encourage it. Travel. Get out there and take a vacation. Go somewhere. See another side of life. Go check out how food is different. Check out how the way of living is different. Some of y'all already know where we come from. Y'all already know how we started here. We came into America as slaves. You know how we got to America. Well, we come from Africa. Some of y'all haven't even thought about it. Y'all got plenty of money to go back to Africa and visit at least one time. Y'all won't even go and take a trip. But y'all go splurge on going on that yacht. I bet you go hit that yacht. If your friends say, let's go on that yacht, you got money to get on that yacht. I bet you get on that yacht. But you won't go and pay for a plane ticket to go back to the country that you came from to go see what's going on over there. Come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with traveling, learning life, see other things, do better things. Don't make your situation today your situation tomorrow. Y'all got children out here. You got to understand, every time that we go on, life continues. Okay? You got to understand this. The youth is the next generation. Okay? That is the next generation. So the way that we raise the youth can determine a whole lot about the future. This is why it's important to make sure that you're in your children's lives. Like I said, stop putting that job before your children. Stop putting all these other things before your children. Be there for your kids. Teach them the right way. Put God in their hearts because it's important. Because we're raising up the next generation of the army that's going behind God. Just like with my children, I talk to them about God all the time. I make sure that they put God first. I make sure that they know that is a requirement. No excuses. I don't care what you're doing. It's no excuses. God is your king, your ruler. Don't look at the TV and think that when you see Yu-Gi-Oh on TV, the cartoon, or you see this person on TV, the cartoon, that's the best cartoon ever, and it's the best person ever. Oh, he's so awesome. No, God is awesome. God is awesome. Like I said, they're the next generation of soldiers. God's coming back. You gotta make sure that they're ready when God comes. Gotta make sure what side of the fence are you gonna be on. I ask this all the time. Some of y'all who come in these lives, you know me. Like I said, I know all of y'all. Every last name that come up on these screens, I know who y'all are. And when y'all don't see me on these lives, don't think I don't pay attention when my wife talk. When I'm not around my wife, I watch everything. I see all of y'all. And I love y'all, and we appreciate y'all support. So I'm talking to y'all too. I'm telling you straight up. What side of the fence you gonna be on? That's the question I have for you. Because God won't come back. He is. He gonna come back. None of us ever seen God. We don't know how he look. We just feel him in our spirit. We know he is. We know he real. We know he created us, but none of us know how God look. But understand, he gonna reveal himself soon, real soon. And when he does, it's gonna be time for war. What side are you gonna be on? Because the devil, he building up his army already. Every day that go by, he building up his army. You see how much evil going on in this world, and you see that God's destroying the world as the evil is growing. So that means that there's a war. Why is God destroying the world? Because God is destroying it because he's not gonna allow the world to become evil. God could have been took us all out. We could have all been gone right now. I could have been getting ready to start this live right now, and everything just whoosh and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is God hasn't done that yet that way because God had already flooded the earth before. Go and read your Bibles. Open up your Bibles. Read. I'm serious. If you don't read, if you don't understand the Bible, get you one of them Bibles that's audible. You know what I'm saying? There's audio books everywhere. Go get one. If you can't read it yourself and understand it, go get an audio book so that you can hear it and take it in. You can pause it whenever you want and take notes. It's not hard. It's about what you want to do. But let me tell y'all something. God already flooded the earth. Okay? He done already cleared the world. He didn't like the way the world was before when he first created it. That's exactly why he did what he did. You know the story about Moses in the boat. All y'all know the story. Some of y'all who don't know the story, I'm gonna tell y'all. That's why Moses built the ark. Come on now. I'm just being honest. I mean, I said, I'm sorry, let me not confuse you. I'm sorry. I get, sometimes, I'm sorry. Noah built the ark. Excuse me for saying Moses. Noah built the ark. Moses walked across the water, with God, I'm just being honest with y'all. I don't want nobody to get confused, be like, what is he talking about? No, I'm sorry. I said that too soon. Noah built the ark. But that is exactly why Noah built the ark, because God gave him instructions. He told him he was going to flood the earth. And that's exactly what God did. God flooded the earth. He got rid of the whole world, got rid of the earth and everything, okay? And then he destroyed it. And then when he did that, he promised that he was not going to destroy the world through flooding it again. He never said he wasn't going to come back. He never said that if the world wasn't the way that it belonged, that he wasn't going to fix it, or he wasn't going to destroy it again and build another one, or he wasn't going to destroy it and then never build another one. He just said he wasn't going to destroy it through flooding. Now that there's so much evil in this world, the devil think he's taking over. He's just too comfortable. He's like, "Good God, and got weak on me. Look at me, I'm running. He got his muscles up." But nah, God is he know God. He know God ain't going out like that. That's why that's why you see all these natural disasters happening in these countries. You see these countries getting wiped out. We're not talking about small cities. We're talking about whole countries. Look at what happened to Hawaii not too long ago. When have y'all ever known Hawaii to go through that? When have y'all ever known Hawaii to go through that? We're talking about Hawaii here. Look at what happened to them. This should be a wake-up call to y'all, okay? Understand God is coming back, okay? And he's going to reveal himself. And when he does, it's because there's a war between God and the devil right now. It's the demons against the angels, okay? That's why the devil keeps sending all these little crazy shooters to come in our churches and stuff like that. The devil, he's busy. He a busy person. He don't want us to get far. But guess what? God will always give us the armor we need to fight back. It don't matter what it is. We are good as long as you put your faith in God. But the question is, because see, the devil, I don't know if a lot of y'all realize this. Don't look at me and try to make it seem like, oh, he's just this person who's talking this knowledge, like he's just so woke and all that stuff. Because some people hate when you give knowledge, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna speak into my breath until God tell me, son, you done enough. God telling me, He already telling me, you son, you're getting closer to that point. I'm pleased with what you're doing, but say some more a little bit. I'm gonna say some more a little bit before I get up off here. But look. Let me tell you something. Sure, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of knowledge. Look around you. Pay attention to what's going on. Y'all gotta look at this. It was in the Bible called the mark of the beast. And look, I'm telling y'all all these things, and I'm just now starting to get into the Bible. I haven't even gotten it yet. I'm being real. My wife would tell y'all straight up. My husband just started learning the Bible. I'm just now starting to learn the Bible and get into it not a few months ago. I haven't even really I'm gonna be honest, I don't read the Bible every day, but every now and then when I pop the scripture open and I read it, I read it. So I haven't gotten that far. But I'm just speaking what God putting in my heart and my mind. I'm telling y'all, there's something in the Bible called the mark of the beast. Okay? It's in there. Okay? Look around you right now. They're talking about how they're getting ready to make everything go from the dollar bill into a chip. A chip, everything is getting ready to be digital. Why is that? It's the mark of the beast. Okay? They're trying to force will. They're trying to force things on us. God gave us free will. The devil is working to use these powerful people. These powerful people, these government officials, all that, they work for the devil. See, I'm scaring somebody. I see people declining. I see people getting up off here. I'm scaring somebody. Don't be afraid of taking God's word. If you're a soldier of God and you love God like you say you do, why are you leaving alive? Come on now, I'm just giving it to y'all straight. I'm just doing what God tell me to do. They're trying to force stuff on us. They don't want us to have free will. The devil is trying to take over. The mark of the beast is in the Bible. That's why they trying to put these chips in the arm. The moment that you sit there, you get this chip into your arm. The moment you sit there and put that in your arm, you don't already win against God. If you that pressed for some money, you that hungry, you're not a soldier of God. Because I'm going to tell you something. When my time comes, I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, I got a heart problem. Yeah, I gotta take medicine. Yeah, my medicine is very expensive. Yes, I need Medicaid to survive. Yes, I need a lot of things. But I'm more content with my free will. I'm more content with what God gave me. So if God was to tell me that, hey, we're not rocking with this over here, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to starve, okay, before I get the mark of the beast. I haven't gotten to that far into the Bible yet. So I'm not going to say too much about that. I haven't gotten that far, but I know that this has something to do with the mark of the beast because God is telling me to say it right now as we're speaking. Haven't gotten that far in the Bible, but I'm telling y'all, when that time comes, I'm going to ask my wife where to talk about that at, because I'm gonna read more up on that. I'm gonna read more up on that because another time y'all see me, I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna know what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you, if that has something to do with that, and God don't want me to get that chip in my arm, believe me when I say I'm willing to die. I'm willing to not take my medicines that I take. Okay, I'm willing to not be able to eat. I'm willing to not be able to do the things that I want to do and leave this earth and be with my ruler and my king if that's the way it gotta go. I choose, I choose to follow God. That's why I said, what side of the fence you gonna be on? Because it's a war and the devil's trying to take over everything. Before God destroys this earth, he trying to make sure that he collects as many, before God destroys this earth, before God comes back and he claims what's his, before God comes back and reveals himself, the devil is trying to make sure that he gets as many of God's souls on his side as possible. And the moment you get that, now I'm telling you, I might be right and I might be wrong. Some of y'all that know the Bible, speak to me right now before I get off this live. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Some of y'all that know, say you're right, or say you're wrong. So I know. Listen, the devil wants to take as many of God's souls as possible and make them condemned. He wants them to be lost. He wants them to do what he wants them to do. That's why the mark of the beast is. It's about control. Okay? And that's real talk. Because if you get the mark of the beast and you're not supposed to get it, he already knows that he didn't accomplish his goal. Again, you go against God. You're not supposed to get the mark of the beast. It's in the Bible. You're not. That's what God's telling me. Thank you, Lanya. Thank you. Thank you. She said, yes, you are right, sir. Thank you. I just want to make sure I'm giving the right information. Like I said, I'm very careful about what I say. I don't know exactly what I'm saying. I'm just being honest with y'all. God is speaking through me. When I get on these lives and I talk to y'all, I'm not a prophet. Like I said, I'm still learning the Bible. Anything that I say, talking about the mark of the beast, I don't know too much about the mark of the beast. I don't. I'm just telling you what God's telling me. You know, God speaks through me. He gave me so much information this morning for some of y'all who's tuning in that my head was hurting this morning when I was in the bed with my wife. This is like my third time saying it, but it's true. My head was hurting when I was in the bed with my wife. And he kept telling me, speak this, say this, say this, say this, say this. And I'm just like I'm sitting there like this. My wife looked at me like, what's wrong, babe? And I told her, I said, God is giving me so much information right now. Can I get on live and talk this morning? I'm like, because my head is hurting. My head is hurting. I said, I don't know why God is giving me all this because I'm not a prophet. But God wants me to say something. This is what you do. This is what he do for you. So why is he doing this for me? She was like, God wants you to say something. Go say it. Get on there and say it, honey. That's why I'm on here with y'all. But yeah, that's facts. You know, the mark of the beast. I'm telling y'all, don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Like I told y'all earlier, if you're chasing your goals and you out here, you want to accomplish things, it's supposed to be about a bigger purpose other than money. See, that's what the mark of the beast is about. They know they can use money to control people because people need money to survive. This is how the devil gains control. You need money to survive, so that's why he's creating the mark of the beast. You can't, because he knows if you get the mark of the beast, you don't win against God. Now he has control of you, and he's going to use that to bait you in because he knows you need money to survive. So will you choose to be with the almighty ruler? Will you choose to be with the king? Or will you choose to go and choose money? Will you choose greed? Ask yourself that when the time comes. Because you gotta stand on one side and one side only. You can't have both. You can't. I keep telling y'all, you can't be no Hannah Montana. You don't get the best of both worlds. This ain't the TV show. This is real life. That's facts. I say because this is the end of time prophecy that you will need a mark or the trade. Letitia says she's still here. Thank you, Letitia. I'm reading some of y'all comments right now. I've been talking. I ain't really been reading much. Let's see it. Yes, I'll be waiting on the lives. Thank you, Letitia. I've seen. Lonnie said I've seen your wife, but I don't usually catch the live. Yeah, but definitely if you don't catch the live, Lonnie, if you don't catch the lives, she always make a way to repost them. Just go back and look through them. You know, all you gotta do is click on the circle where her picture will come on her channel. You know, like any other thing. Look up Ashley, a chosen one. Click on her channel and just go to the part that say live, and the lives be posted right there. So if you don't catch them, you can definitely watch them at any time of day when you're ready, whether you off of work or whenever. You definitely go back and watch them when she on here or I'm on here. My baby niece is going to be 2 years old. Christmas, she had cancer. Can't be with her. She's back in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, look, listen. Letitia, listen. And I'm being real with you. That just touched me. I needed to see this comment right here because I sympathize with you. I really do because for those of y'all who know me, for those of y'all who don't know me, let me tell you, I sympathize with you, Letitia, because I have been there. I have really, really missed a lot of holidays with my children, spending time in the hospital. I have really missed a lot with my family, spending time in the hospital. And I also told a story a little while ago about how something really caught my attention when I was fighting for my life in the hospital. For those of y'all who didn't hear that story, I'm gonna share that story with y'all. I'm getting ready to get off of here because God is pleased. God said, son, you did it. You did it. God is pleased. That's what God told me. Some of y'all, y'all like, wait, God talking to him. How is that possible? Yeah, God is talking to me. He just touched my spirit. My spirit is smiling right now, so I know because I feel it. I feel like somebody's tickling me right now. God, that's his way of telling me he's pleased. Because before then, I ain't feel that. I'm just now feeling that. So he said, time's up. You know what I'm saying? He said, you've done enough. You done what I told you to do today. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story before I get off of here. For those who don't know the story that I told a while back. So I was in the hospital fighting for my life, right? And this was earlier this year, February. I had my surgery in February of this year, 2023. I'm getting ready to go on a year, y'all. I'm getting ready to go on a year of being able to say I made it through the storm, walked through the transitional world, all that, and I survived. I fought hard to live. I'm going on a year in February 2024. So I'm thankful for that. I'm blessed for that. Thank you, God Almighty Ruler. I'm excited about that. I'm sorry, I gotta get excited. Y'all don't know. A lot of y'all really don't know the storm that I went through. But some of y'all hear my story, but y'all ain't get to see it. But trust me, it wasn't easy. But listen, I was in the hospital, right? Fighting for my life. This was back in 2023. This is January. I was getting scared, going through the testing and everything, We was right next to a children's hospital. My hospital that I go to is like when I literally say right next to it. I'm not talking about around the corner or across the way. I'm not talking about halfway across the city. My hospital that I go to, the adult hospital, is literally right next to the children's hospital, okay? So what the thing about it is the testing that I had to go through, I had to go through getting tested and everything to prepare myself for surgery. See, the devil, he don't like what I'm saying. He messing with my body now. My body's starting to hurt. The devil really don't like that I'm still on here. He's really trying me right now. God is pleased and he is not, because my back is hurting. This came out of nowhere. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm being real with y'all. My body is crushing me right now, but that's okay. I shall continue to talk. I don't care nothing about that physical. I will continue to talk and do what God want me to do. So like I said, our hospital is right next to the children's hospital or whatnot, and what happened is, like I said, I had to go through testing. So there's a tunnel under the hospital. It's like, you know how different kind of buildings, how all these rich people got all these companies and stuff, but there's always an underground tunnel. Or like in the president's White House, there's an underground bunker and all that. Well, in the hospital, there's an underground tunnel, okay, that they use to travel between having the children to come on down for testing and having adults to come down for testing, so they all can go to the same place to get their test done, because you have to get your test done so that you can know if you qualify for surgery. You have to get your test done so that you can be able to know what your situation is and what your health situation is. So that's why they made it, because like I said, the children's hospital is right next door. So they had to make it available. They had to make a way for the children to be able to come just like the adults can come. So we go into this tunnel. So let me get into the story. So like I said, I'm coming in for my testing. This is right before surgery, literally right before I'm about to get my surgery. It's like a couple of days before going in February, I'm about to get my surgery. I'm going in, right? So I come into a room. So when I come into a room, I come in and I see, and then the thing that I seen changed my life forever, and it still sticks with me to this day. I still see that child's face. There was a child in there, okay? A young child, okay, who haven't even had the chance to hardly live yet. That child couldn't been no more between the ages of 2 and 5. Okay, and that's real talk. I don't know what the age was, but the way that I saw that child, it touched me. That child was sick. You could see it in the child's face. That child ain't even had the chance to even figure out nothing. And I said, well, what's their story? And they told me a little bit about their condition. I'm not going to get into that neither, because some families are sensitive about letting other people information know. I'm not going to speak on that, but I was told what the little situation was and whatnot. And I seen all these I seen so much connected to that. That child was a fighter, y'all. That child is a fighter. But it changed me forever to know that I've been given so many opportunities. I done had 5 open heart surgeries. Yes, I have had 5. I'm a living testimony. Just like some of y'all are, I'm a living testimony. I've had 5 open heart surgeries. Even sometimes when some doctors see me that don't know my situation and they read my chart, they like, how are you still here? They ask them type of questions. I'm being honest with y'all. So for me to know, yes, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little sensitive here because this is a touchy subject for me. Because that child, it's forever gonna stick with me. It's a little touchy for me. But I'm saying, for me to know that I've lived this long, for me to even know that I was even able to even be in that situation when I'm 30 something, and I saw that little child who might not make it, they're telling me this child might not even make it. That touched my heart. And it changed me forever. This is why I tell y'all get to walk this thing called life. Y'all got out here complaining about this, complaining about that, doing this, or whatever, when really y'all are blessed. Some of y'all don't even have a health condition. Some of y'all can sit there and get up and walk. There's people out here with canes. There's people out here with wheelchairs that don't even get to walk. You're walking. Why are you complaining? Yeah, like that. See, stuff like that, it changed my whole perspective on life. It made me a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? Cause so for me to see what you're saying, Letitia, the point I'm trying to make to you is, I sympathize with you. I feel you. I understand. And I pray and I hope to God the Almighty that your niece overcome this. Cancer, yes, it's very dangerous. I know about cancer. I've lost family members to cancer. I lost family members to lupus as well. I've lost family members to all kind of different sides of life in different situations, in different kind of ways. So I understand, but just know that that doesn't have to be your niece's destination. Pray for your niece. Talk to God. Ask God to heal her. Ask God to build her. Ask God to keep her in his arms. Talk to God. Tell him how you feel. Tell him that she has a purpose. God, watch what God will do for you. I don't believe that she's going to lose to this cancer. I believe that your niece is going to beat this cancer. I believe that. I feel that in my spirit. That's what God's telling me to say. I feel that she's going to beat this. This ain't the end and destination. Do I know what God going to do? No, I do not. But God is putting in my spirit to tell you to talk to him and let him handle it. That's what he's asking me to do. So that's what I'm going to tell you. Talk to God and he'll take it from there. Okay, I've been going on and on and on. I've been on here longer than an hour. My wife, she know how I do sometimes. She probably gonna be like, wow, you done went on and on and on. My wife, she love me. She love me to death, but she understands when I gotta say something, I gotta say something. I don't care if I stay on here for 2, 3 hours. I told her that yesterday when we talked. I'm like, look, I know I'm supposed to only go on for an hour. I'm supposed to do this and do that, but when God's speaking through me, I gotta get it out. She understands because it's the same with her. It's just that sometimes tend to go above and beyond God. I don't know what God. I just do what God want me to do, man. When I'm on here. Yes, I will. Prayers for her and the baby's cancer patients every day. Yes, prayers to everybody. God is pleased with what I've done. My spirit's been tickled. God told me, son, you've done well. The devil tried to attack me. My body hurt. I feel it in my ribs. My back is starting to hurt. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact I've been sitting up. I'm a very healthy person. I can sit up all day long and not hurt at all. It's the devil. He don't want me to talk to y'all. He's tired. He hate the fact that I even got into the mark of the beast. He's like, how do you know that? How does he know that? And he barely reads the Bible. How do I know that? You can't stop what God got planned for you. When God's speaking to you and he got his hands on you, God can give you as much information as you can. You might figure out the secret combination to a safe. You might figure out anything that God wants you to know. And nobody knew that but somebody else. And you never even knew. When God got his hands on you, can't nothing get in the way of what God wants you to do. God, the devil ain't pleased with what I done said to y'all. But I'm very pleased. I done helped somebody today. God is very happy, and that's all that matters. Again, I'm getting ready to get up off here in a second. I'm gonna talk to y'all probably for about another 2 minutes. I'm gone. But you already know, like I said, to everybody, and I say it one last time before I get off here, to everybody who has a family member right now that's locked up, I stand with y'all. I understand. I relate. Happy holidays to your family member. To everybody that has a family member right now who's in the army, I stand with y'all. If ain't nobody gonna tell y'all thank you for this service, make sure that you tell them that I said, Conscious said, thank you for this service. I stand with y'all. Happy holidays to your family members. If you have a family member right now that's in the hospital sick, that's going through the situation, they've been in the hospital for a year, they've been in the hospital for a couple months, got a couple more months to go, whatever the case may be, but they cannot be with you today. I stand with y'all. I miss holidays with my family being in the hospital. I miss holidays with my children, a couple of years of them, being in the hospital back and forth. So I can relate. I understand. I stand with y'all as one today. Happy holidays to your family members that's in the hospital fighting. I fight with them. I stand with them right here with y'all on this live. Make sure that you tell them that Conscious said happy holidays and I'm standing behind them and I'm with them. Okay, so all y'all who have a family member right now that you want to reach out to or you try to reach out to, you cannot, but your family member too egotistic to sit there and try to work things out with you, or they don't want to hear what you have to say, but you still love them from a distance, but they cannot be with you on this holiday. Happy holidays to your family member. To some of y'all that have mother and father who cannot be with y'all today, right now as you speak, whether you have a mother, whether you have a father, or whatever the case may be, whoever it is, or whether you have none. Some of y'all don't even have your mom and dad, but they're in your heart, whatever the case may be. Happy holidays. Just because they're not here don't mean nothing. I stand with y'all. Happy holidays to your family members, to your mom and your dad, whether they're here or they're not. Happy holidays to them. You make sure you tell them Conscious said it. I'm feeling them from a spiritual standpoint, and I'm feeling them from a physical standpoint. Happy holidays to your family. I stand with y'all. To your children, your young children that y'all have right now, or rather you have grown children that you're going to share the holidays with. I can't say it to them, doing your children. But just make sure that you know I stand with y'all. Happy holidays to your children. Happy holidays to everybody. Tomorrow, go and be happy. Go and be happy. Don't go into tomorrow faking no smiles. Don't try to put on the front for your family. Don't try to put on the front for your children. You cannot love nobody if you don't love yourself first. Don't make your today your tomorrow situation. Choose today to be happy. Go into the holidays tomorrow smiling for once. Free yourself. Say a prayer. Get it all out. God is the ruler. He's the healer. Say what you got to say. Cleanse your soul. Get it out. You can do it. Choose to be happy from now on. Go into the holidays tomorrow happy. Bring genuine love, not fake love. Give that love to your young children tomorrow. Give that love to your family members tomorrow. Be able to go celebrate and be happy. Don't go into tomorrow faking the happiness. Make sure that your happiness starts today, not tomorrow, because you never know when your time gonna be up. Life too short to not be happy, y'all. Start living. Living. Put God in your heart. And as long as you put God in your heart, you're going to live. Again, I am conscious. I have done way. I'm looking at the time right now. I've gone way over my time. I'm about 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes over. And to be honest, I'm supposed to be on. I told my wife I was only going to do an hour. My wife told me to do whatever I feel, but I told her I was just going to do an hour because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been up early since early. I was up earlier, just sitting up. Sometimes I just sit up sometimes, but I was up early, and then when I went to sleep, I didn't even get much sleep. So when I got up and God told me to talk, I said I was only going to talk for an hour, but I've gone way beyond my time. God had his hands on me, and I had to do what God said. So I've sat here with y'all for an extra 30-something minutes, and I would love to sit with y'all for hours, but I got a family to tend to. I got to go with my wife. Got to go be with my wife. I'm getting ready to leave to go and be with family and take care of some, because I got some important things. I got a funeral coming up and a lot of other things. Plus, I gotta go get my medicine and some more stuff. So I'm getting ready to leave my wife, and she's not gonna have me for a couple of days. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to be with her, enjoy this, quick morning and a little bit of Christmas Eve that we have together before I come back with her again. So y'all take care. I gotta go tend to my wife, tend to my family. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for tuning in. For those of y'all who know me, you know who I am. You know that I'm conscious. For those of y'all that don't know me, you know that I'm conscious. I will talk to y'all again soon, whenever I do. But from now on, y'all won't see me for a while. Just know that. I'm being real with y'all. Y'all probably won't see me for a minute unless my wife tell me, come on here. My wife, she's starting to get better. I've done my part with healing my wife. I've been with my wife every day, day in and day out. That's how good of a husband I am. This ring means something to me. I take it very seriously, my commitment. I don't play around with it. Don't play around with yours neither, y'all. Take your commitment serious. Understand, my wife is better. She's getting better. So she's going to be on here with y'all. She's going to start talking to y'all. Y'all going to probably see her tomorrow, the day after, and all that. But when I come back, I will come back and talk to y'all again. I appreciate those of y'all who let me into y'all hearts, who always willing to listen to me. You don't have to, but you choose to. Again, I am conscious. I appreciate y'all. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to your family. Before I get off of here, I'm going to say one last thing. Choose happiness from now on. Make a plan. Don't stay stuck. If you're stuck, ask God for the footsteps. Ask God for the guidance, and he will guide you. He will lead you. He will help you to be successful. Stay focused. Don't let the devil throw you off your pivot. Another thing, some of y'all ain't living life. I said it before. Live your life. If you can take a vacation right now, go and take it. Don't wait until forever to take it. Tomorrow night might not be promised to you. By the time you think about taking that vacation, your clock might be up. Don't wait till your clock is up. Live life now. Don't make your situation today. I say it again. Don't make your situation today your situation tomorrow. Say Merry Christmas, sir, to you and your family. God bless you guys and have a great, blessed day. God bless you too, Lanya Williams. God bless you. God bless all of you who are on this live, that tuned into this live and still on here. I'm getting ready to get up off here. I've done what God want me to do. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all take care. I'm gone. Conscious. Happy holidays.